Hi, this is Sherry Sherman, and this recording is for assignment 3.1, EDOL 722. And this was a great assignment. I loved listening to Shamanda talk about the danger of the single story. And what it did for me is it reminded me of just how my own story has unfolded. Actually, with some work that I've done with some nonprofits in Africa countries. And it kind of made me laugh because it's embarrassing. The first time I went to Africa in 2011, I was going to Kibera, which is the second largest slum in the world, just outside of Nairobi, to get to go and do some work there and partner with an organization that's a school, a wonderful organization called the Soweto Academy that is in Kibera. And Kibera is just outside of Nairobi, so you literally drive in from the capital of Kenya. It's just on the outskirts, and it's about 2 miles by 2 miles, and they estimate that anywhere from 1.5 to 2 million people live in this slum. And it's a very dangerous place for girls and women to be. There's a lot of rape that occurs, and there's a lot of poverty, obviously, and just a lot of hardship. And so when I was going and getting to partner with Soweto Academy through my girlfriend's nonprofit Open Arms, when we went, it's embarrassing. I was telling someone that I was going, and my husband looked at me and kind of stopped me in the middle of the story and said, "You do know that Africa is a continent, not a country, right?" And I had been calling Africa a country, so I had to kind of chuckle when Shamanda was saying that upsets her when she heard that on the plane. I'm sure she hears it more than once because I was one of those ignorant people calling Africa a country. And it just came out of my mouth that way. And I thought of it that way before I went, which sounds so funny to me now. But what this assignment made me realize is when I was in Kibera, the slum, we stayed in Nairobi in a hotel, and we drove straight into the slum every day. And I didn't get to see Nairobi. I very much saw a single story while I was in Kenya, and just made me think about, there's so much more to the country of Kenya and even to the city of Nairobi. And it's okay that that's all I saw. That's what I was there to do. But I've never really thought about what a single story that was that I saw about my lens of Kenya. And now I've been doing some work with Africa New Day, which I love this organization. And they do work with the DR Congo. And I got to go to the DR Congo in 2018 and teach 7 habits there. And I taught at an entrepreneurial conference, and it was such an incredible experience. But it also made me realize that I very much tell a single story about the DR Congo. I'm usually trying to get people to help in some way and to understand and help provide resources so that we can hopefully, do, our part to try and help get this country from where it is today, where, 6 million people have died, and it's known as the rape capital of the world, and rape is a war crime. And I realize that in the work that I do with them and to just try and create visibility, that I'm telling a single story of the DR Congo. It is so much more complex than labeling country the atrocities that happened and still continue to happen there. And so I have a lot more to think about, and I sure have a lot of learning to do since I've been involved in different countries in Africa. It's made me realize I'm very, very ignorant. I still have so much to learn. And now I'm involved with the Graceful Warrior Project that's doing work in the DR Congo and Tanzania, another country in Africa. And it's wonderful to be involved. And I just feel like I'm constantly learning about how to break out of single stories. So anyway, thanks for listening.